In this lesson, we're going to take a look at the proportions of the hands. The great thing about the proportions of the hands is they're actually fairly straightforward, and once you know the rules off by heart, really your hands will start looking normal from moving forward. Now, first thing we want to do is draw a circle, and this circle really is going to represent our palm. It's going to be our palm shape. And then duplicate its height upwards, right? And this gives us our first big rule about drawing the hands, or the proportions of the hands. And that is that the middle finger, which I'm going to draw around this, the middle finger's height and the height of the palm are essentially roughly the same. All right, that's our first rule. Now, second rule, when we draw in the ring finger and we draw in the index finger, our second rule really is that obviously they're a little bit shorter than the middle finger, but that they are relatively the same height. This is not always the case, but for drawing proportional rules, they're relatively the same height. The pinky itself then is just slightly shorter than the ring finger, sometimes significantly shorter, but generally speaking, not too much shorter. And then that leaves only one more finger to do, which is the thumb. And the placement of the thumb really falls below halfway of the palm. What we do to place it mainly, even when we're drawing it in 3D, is that we will use a circle to indicate that big thumb muscle in that sort of quadrant here, halfway down the palm, and then draw out the thumb shape from there. And that will really give us a really nicely proportioned hand that looks normal. It doesn't look too crazy, and everything's relatively well connected. And so our three rules really is that the middle finger and the palm have an equal height, right? Our second rule really is that the ring finger and the index finger are the same height. And finally, that the thumb falls below the halfway mark of the palm. All right, and those are basically the three main things to remember about the hand proportions. The key one being the middle finger height and the palm height, which helps make sure that the rest of the elements of the hand are generally speaking pretty normal looking and not crazy looking. And that's the end of this lesson.